Day 13, or stories for day 13 in my December Daily 2019 album. There's really just one story that I need to tell on this day. I didn't really have too many pictures to work with, but really the story was just about being sick, and just the end goal was just make it through the day. Make it through the day. And I'm sure everyone has experienced those kind of days, even in the middle of December. So this is going to be a hybrid project, or a hybrid layout. This is the main picture that I had that I really wanted to work with. And because I only had one of them, my initial thought was that I would just make this like a small one-page layout in my album. But here's the thing. I already know what my day 14 story is going to be, and I have a picture that I want to be able to spread across the entire, like blow it up and spread it across the entire album, so that it'll end up being 14 inches wide and 8.25 inches tall on day 14. That means that I need to come up with something that can sit on the back of it for day 13. So what I ended up doing was taking this one picture. It was a picture that I really liked, but honestly the quality wasn't that great and the color was all wonky. So I changed that photo to just be a black and white photo, and I enlarged it. It normally is only about this big, and I expanded the canvas to kind of blend it all together so that the picture can take up the full kind of 6x8 page. But really, because this lives outside of the page protector, it's actually 7 inches wide and 8.25 inches tall. So this is what I'm going to build my story on for day 13. The other thing I did was I was playing around with kind of like hybrid, how do I want to make this work? So I took a digital journaling card from the 2019 digital kit. It says, "Today was not very merry, here's the story," and went ahead and did my journaling for that day. I also pulled out some of the elements from the paper person kits from last year. The main kit was called A Little Christmas, I think it was, from Paper Person, and there was a black and white version and a color version. So this was like the actual paper from the black and white version, and I took this little journaling card. So remember, this was 2019, this was pre-COVID, but still people get sick, so I liked this little image of the virus, and I kind of pulled that out of a digital version so that I could put it on top of here to kind of add a little bit of art onto the background. The other thing that I want to do is I took this card, a digital version of this card. This was from the Bah Humbug kit, again from Paper Person Shop, and I blew it up, and I'm playing with kind of like the angle of the word art that's already on there. So this is going to be a flap that opens up, and then I have one more photo on the other side of me just snuggling with my guy on the couch watching movies, because that is the best thing to do when you're not feeling so great, especially around the holidays. So I'm going to go ahead and just start assembling this, and we will see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to pause for a little bit of a check-in here so I can help explain what's going on. I have left what do you call it, margin, I guess, a little margin of white paper on the right hand side of this word art. I am going to grab my bone folder and score it so that I can fold it around the back side of here so that it can make this flap that opens before I stick it all down to the page. Even though I'm going to be backing this with another photo, I think it'll just help decrease the bulk for the next layout if I can kind of keep all of the seams and extra pieces on this side of the spread. Okay, so here's one of the things I'm mindful of, is that the holes need to be punched in the left-hand side of this page for me to fit it into my album. And I think what that means is that I'm going to actually have to like glue the one side of this down wherever the hole is going to be, so like cut off like a 1/2 inch strip and then actually glue it to this side of the page, and then move so that I'll be able to still open it without it being stuck in the holes there. So that is what I'm going to do next. I am going to trim off, I think, about a 1/2 inch from this side here. That should be about the width of the hole punched area in the album. I'm going to go back and piece it together again like a puzzle. Here we go. Okay, so I should be able to punch holes in this left-hand side now. It might be a little bit thick because I have so many layers of paper here now. So I'm going to do my best. I think it'll be okay. Got it. Okay. So I wanted to grab one of these. I think this little Santa sticker where the Santa's wearing the mask will be like the perfect little embellishment to go on the front here. Pop him in there. And then I was thinking about those silver stars again from the Teach kit. I don't know if I have any left, but I think that they would look super cute. So I'm just gonna see if I have any left in my stash. Nope, looks like I've used them all up. I could use maybe some of the puffy stickers that are on here though. These are also super cute. Maybe some of these stars. Just to add a little pop of color. Okay, so this is going to sit in my album here. And then I wanted to do something to kind of separate this page from this page, something where I could put the number on it. So I pulled out that pattern again, the little virus pattern, and blew it up so that it could be on like the size of the page protector, which is like 7 by 8.25. And I'm going to go ahead and make this almost like a divider between the two pages. I'm just looking at this now. It caught my eye as I was thinking about how I wanted to put the number on this page, and I really like this wreath, so I think I'm going to cut this out and fussy cut out the wreath and attach it onto the front of this divider, and then go ahead and stick the number on top of that. I'm looking at this again because one of the other things I had done before I had printed that on vellum, I also had tried printing it on the transparency, and I'm wondering if maybe the transparency would be a better option for the divider with the number on top if I'm going to use the wreath. I had been thinking that maybe what I would do is cut a hole out of this and then back it with transparency and stick the number on top so it was like a little window. I am undecided. So I like the way that the vellum kind of offers a bit more separation between the two spreads, because I feel like if we go with the transparency, it's not really all that hidden. Not that it has to be hidden. If I go with the transparency and then put the wreath on top, I feel like that provides it with more of what I was aiming for with that separation. Let me think about this. And then for my number options, I pulled out either a gold number 13, it kind of goes with the gold that's on the other side, or potentially the cork 13. I think that I definitely like the gold one. I would go with that. The question is, does it go on top of the transparency or on top of the vellum? I feel like if I'm going with the gold, it looks nicer on the transparency. Okay, I think I have made up my mind. I'm going to go with the transparency instead of the vellum.